Hey guys.
All right, folks, we're here today to check out the Patreon poll winner of the week. Eyes wide open with a watch you bleed. I kind of stumbled there a little bit.
Yeah.
Watch you bleed. All right.
Your eyes weren't fully open. They weren't wide open.
No, they're not wide open, no. But they're not shut either. They're kind of in between.
You always make fun of me because whenever we take pictures and I smile, my eyes are never wide open. They always, squint a lot.
Yeah, you squint a lot. You always have your eyes closed in most of the pictures.
Actually. I don't know why.
It's one of those things. Anyways.
It's one of those days.
It's one of those days. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, let's check this out.
This is our downfall! What the hell should you feel when you can feel what's real? What the hell should you feel when you can tell what the hell is real? I'll never melt for the light to fade in exile. But in the shadows, I stay alive for a while. Left you high and dry. A remedy I can follow. Now the reaper leads to a place that I can follow. I want you blind from a bullet that I can't see. Into the endless you descend. I want you blind. It's like the bullets go right through me. At the end, at the end, I want you blind. From the reaper's house, there is no escape. It beckons you answer the call. Underneath my skin, the screaming within shall forever haunt me. I want you blind from a bullet that I can't see. Into the endless you descend. I want you blind. It's like the bullets go right through me. At the end, I want you blind. We had it all. We had it all. Between black and white, through ups and downs. We had it all, but this is our downfall. This is our downfall. A remedy I can follow. Now the reaper leads to a place that I can follow. I want you blind from a bullet that I can't see. Into the endless you descend. Down you descend. At the end, I want you blind. We had it all, but this is our downfall.
Ooh. That was good. That was really good. What do you think?
Oh, dude, I mean, yeah, you're right, dude. That's really good, man. Really, really good. It's just a good feel to it, man. Chorus-wise, it just gives you that the just good feeling from this type of music, and it just has the vocals. Everything is just kind of perfectly in place, is what I'm trying to get at here. And you have those heaviness, you have that nice... Like,
and I like that guitar sound at that point.
Yeah,
where,
man.
Where it almost feels like it's at a distance, too.
Yes,
like,
yes.
I really like
I
that.
feel like heaviness-wise and also just guitar-wise, you know...
Yeah, very groovy.
Very groovy, but the bite also that it has, everything's just really well placed. And then when you hit that chorus, it is like a whole different yard from what you had before. It doesn't feel like the switch doesn't feel weird at all. And when it does switch, I love the chorus vocals. I mean,
really bright, like they
bright.
have...
They give you. I didn't want to say this word, but it is that generic feeling I get. But in this genre, generic is good. Right.
As long as it's done properly. This song is done properly.
Especially when it comes to this genre, like, generic means good. When it comes to it falls in place with other bands that fall in place, that's not a bad thing because it's just good. So it's consistently with other bands doing similar things. It's good. And how many times have I heard similar choruses like that? But there is something that's kind of wrong, or vocal wise, it doesn't really fit well with me.
I was gonna say even the breakdown, like they pretty much pre-announced it that it was coming.
Exactly.
But it was still fucking good.
But it was still really good. So what I'm
Still
saying
good.
is you have these prototypical parts that will always be in the song, and it's not a bad thing that they are. It's the good thing is that they're done extremely right.
There's a lot of moments in this song that it kind of remind me of the album from In Flames, I the Mask.
I was gonna say that is perfect. Because it did give me a lot of...
That album specifically...
Yeah, because it gave me a lot of...
That album specifically.
It gave me In Flames vibes, but not In Flames...
Not the new
record. Not the new record,
or
not the records before that record. It was literally...
Specifically that
record,
yeah,
you know.
Specifically that record.
It really does give me... It gives me that vibe, too. But I was trying to remember what the name of the record was. I just knew it wasn't the last one, and it wasn't before the one... It was the one before the last
I
one.
the Mask, it's the one.
Yeah. Dude... And to be honest with you...
Even with some of those more screaming vocals...
It was just like that album.
Yeah, that album had a lot of that,
specifically
a lot of that.
That album is not like...
You know what the funny thing about that album? It's an interesting album for me, right?
Well, same. It's not my favorite In Flames album, but it's a really good album, and I always go back to it.
And I talked to Chris Broderick. I had him on the channel, and I actually asked him specifically about that record, because that was his first... he didn't work on that record, but when he joined the band for the touring, that was the record that they were on tour
for. Yeah.
And I asked him specifically because that's a record that when I listen to, and I don't want to deviate the conversation from this song, but it's a record that when I listen to in the studio, some songs don't work.
But live, they're amazing.
But live, it's amazing.
See, but that's
it's an amazing live record. But when I listen to the studio version of that album, some songs I'm like, you know, like This Is My House and whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's so cringy, whatever.
Now,
but when you listen to them live, the album comes alive, and I ask him about that.
But it's funny.
And he said because live, obviously, the songs are heavier than they are in the studio.
But I also feel like a lot of those songs are made for live.
That's exactly what he said. They had more of a live energy that you can really get the most out of them in a live setting. But he also said live, it's a lot heavier than what they did in the studio.
But like I said, it's not my favorite In Flames album.
Because the way they were mixed in the studio, the guitars for that specific album, they didn't push the guitars to the forefront. So it was a mixing and production thing that gives you that more blend feel in the studio, but then obviously when you play live, it's a different vibe altogether.
Yeah, like I said, it's not my favorite In Flames album.
By the way, go check out that interview.
It's not my favorite In Flames album, but it's an album that I consistently go back to.
For me, that album live, there's no bad song from that album that they've played live. There's no single bad one. They all work.
Even just like, you know, on iTunes and whatever.
It's an album that I go back quite a bit.
Exactly. For not being my favorite In Flames album, I go back quite a lot. Because
it's
I don't know.
hooky.
Exactly. It has that good In Flames touch with a very hooky feel to it. And that's what this song has.
I feel like that album is not as bad as some people
say it is.
And to me, I liked it when it came out. The new record, Foregone, is way better.
Oh yeah,
way better.
But it's a different record.
But it's a different record
because it's way better in the context of how I like my In Flames. But I always go back to that because when it comes to that specific sound, like It's not that in that album. It's not. They have the In Flames DNA, but it's its own sound.
That album was mixed differently. Definitely,
Yeah.
the production is
So,
different.
but when it comes to that specific sound, if I ever want that, that's where I.
But when
go.
I was listening to this song, not just musically and vocally, when I'm listening to this track,
It
I'm like,
reminded me a lot of
it
that
reminded
album.
me of that album, specifically of that album.
And I think the chorus is what's giving it the most.
Yeah, because the way the vocals come across in the chorus, and then the way you switch off from going from the chorus back into the verses with those more screaming vocals.
Yeah, in the verses there's a lot of grooviness.
Yeah.
Yet a lot of bite.
And I like the sound of the guitars on this track.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I said, that feeling like sometimes the guitars are at a distance. I like that experience. This is a really good
overall
song.
really good. Yeah, like we have to say it's like.
By the way, what did you do with the figurine that they sent us? Do you still have it in your room?
Yeah, I do have it.
Of the little
guy.
guy?
I still have it in my room.
All right.
I still have it in my room. It's next to my amiibos,
All right.
which is funny because it kind of looks like one. So, but yeah,
And the T-shirt is right here.
and the T-shirt's right there. There's also another one over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this song is really, really good.
They sent us micro wrestling size T-shirts, and we're like, we're where the big boys play.
Yeah, we're like wrestling, and these are micro.
Yeah, these are micro
Like,
wrestling.
like they sent Ivar the Micro his shirt,
Yeah.
or Hot Rod.
Anyways, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that's why they end up on the wall. But it's free promo for
free
them.
promo that's in every video.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, dude, the song's amazing. I mean, I this sound, it's a sound that I'm on the channel. We don't really we don't hear exactly this very often. I think when it comes to even bands that have an In Flames touch, it's always something more older, right? But this sound in particular I really enjoy because it has the good blend of the heaviness and the groove with also having a chorus feeling very open and very light and having this still heaviness in the background.
A song like this, if you remove the clean vocals out of the picture and the whole song is with harsh or those screaming vocal, you say that this is an old school Swedish melodic death metal song.
But it's not the same.
But there's still some of those components.
There's still some of those components. There.
I don't. When I listen to a track like this,
the clean vocals.
But what I'm saying to you is when I listen to a track like, because there's always those there they go again with that metalcore. You know, everybody has their own thing.
Dude, metalcore is the.
But to me, I don't even consider this your prototypical metalcore.
No.
Because there's other
like,
influences. It's a little bit of a blend.
This is like melodic death metalcore. I don't know. It has the metalcore vibe in the chorus, but then
But it also has melodic death metal elements in it.
It's very melodic death metal in the verses. Yeah, I really enjoy this. I really enjoy this.
This was a good one. No surprise it won with like 50% of the votes.
Fuck.
Well, it's 5 videos. They got 50% of the votes. They got a lot of votes.
That's a lot of votes.
That's a lot of votes. All right, guys. Thank you very much to everybody who voted on Patreon. We appreciate your support, and we appreciate you watching this video. We'll see you all tomorrow with another one.
See ya.